Very good evening, everybody. So the piece that I'm going to present in front of you, it's a conversation. And the individuals who are involved in this, or rather the essence of their personalities, it will be revealed as I proceed with my narration. So, the name of my piece is The Forgotten Flute. What is this? Asked a sweet child as she examined what she held in her little hands. It's a bansuri, a flute, replied a dark-skinned man who sat beside her, clad in the brightest of yellow hues. His placid face had an ever-pleasing smile and affectionate eyes. A flute? Is this something I can play with? Actually, it is something you can play. It's an instrument with which one can create music. Oh, I see. So, do you play this? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, people even say that I'm pretty good at it. He replied charmingly. But then, all of a sudden, the sharpness of his eyes seemed to be gone, as if immersed in some long-lost nostalgia. And softly he said, there was once a time when I would play this and the tune from my bansuri would fill the hearts of all those around me with love and joy. Can you play this for me, please? She eagerly passed on the flute to him. Sure, I would love to. So he raised the flute to his lips, inhaled and closed his eyes. And then blowing softly, he made the winds around him dance and made him play against the walls of the flute, from which emerged hymns of ecstatic music. And with each note that left his flute, tears rolled down from his eyes, tears of sorrow. For once the mountain that he had raised in his heart, he now lifts an even larger one, desperate to provide shelter to all those who are drowning, being washed away in the flood of hatred and violence. He's appalled, disgusted, as the demons who call themselves Manushya, they tear apart hundreds of Asifas, Nirbhayas, and Jessicas every day. Sometimes in his name, he wonders the world that he had so beautifully, so passionately created, not just with the Panchabhut, the five elements, but with Karuna, with Gyan, Dharma, has lost itself today. A few moments later, Krishna lowered the flute and opened his eyes. The child looked at him eagerly with eyes full of admiration, and then smilingly, he placed the flute on her hands and said, always choose love. No matter what, no matter how difficult the situation becomes for you, always choose love and compassion. Have faith in the divinity that is in your heart, for if you search for it, you will find it. A little perplexed at first, the child then drew the flute closer to her heart, and she smiled at Krishna and said, always love. I will remember that. I can remember that. So, as the child sat beside him, gazing upon the bansuri that she had received, Krishna pondered, will the flute make its way to their hearts this time? Or will it be lost yet once again, as man continues to imprison himself in their own material miseries? Will the love of Vrindavana that is so dear to me ever blossom on this land again? Or will I fail again and yet again? This will be another forgotten flute. Thank you.